Bring it back.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Oriental Empires. On to episode 3 now, our campaign to conquer the world. So far we've been quite successful. We've got 4 cities now well established. We've been involved in sort of quite a big war with the Ba, which are our neighbours sort of down to the southeast. We had a big battle over here, and there are now sort of got quite a few enemy units surrounding Chengdu. However, we've assembled a large army and we are beginning to march up to defend our city. So next turn we will move our armed forces, pretty much entirely of spearmen led by our general. A mix of sort of short and long spearmen, no archers or anything yet. Some of the units are a bit damaged from previous combat, but we should outnumber the enemy forces, so we should be able to win without too much trouble. We are also having a bit of an authority problem, because our leader has got quite a lot of negative authority at the moment, which is causing unrest in our cities. But there's nothing we can really do about that for the moment, so we'll just have to live with it. We've got a pottery workshop under construction there. Yutong is getting some population growth, but could can derive from the trade with it. See, the settlement does not have. No, it's probably not worth building a bazaar, but it is probably worth constructing the pottery workshop again. So we'll invest in that there. And here is now up to a population of 3, which is giving good population growth. So we'll invest some of that in constructing another farm. So we have got a garrison here, Shitong, Jiaming, and at Chengdu. We've got some long spearmen. So, quickly check the technology. We've finished one military technology. So we could do chariots, enable construction of barracks. Barracks would probably be quite useful, I suspect. So let's smash that one. And now let's head into the next turn, so that we may end up straight into a battle here, as our army marches to the defence of Chengdu. No, they're leaving. Okay, no battle this turn. Okay, let's see where this leaves us. Oops. Didn't quite mean to click on that, but that'll do. So switching the farm there. Shaitong needs another farm building. We're getting no population growth because we're both constructing a pottery and now contributed to farm. At Pai, where have we got? We've got farms are all full and fully built up. Construction wise, we're still building the pottery workshop, nothing to be done there. So really, it's just a case of what unit we're going to go for with our army. So, considering we have no garrison at Pai, I think we'll move over here to try and defend that. Okay, we're committed to battle with them now over here. We're also amassing more forces down there. Ah, they're running away already. Look, it did not last very long there. But another battle may be about to form. Is the enemy light spear infantry moving in? Yes. Quickly form our peasants up. Oh, all in mismatched lines. Not ready. Come on, we need to commit the other people. So at this point, I wish I could actually control the units in the battle. How good they're going to charge in on the flanks. We should win this without too much trouble, I would expect. So long as we don't end up running away or anything silly like that. Yeah, both of their spear militias are running, which is good. Is this their general? Yeah, so we've still got their general to beat, which is going to be kind of harder. For some reason, one of our units of spearmen faced him alone. Let's just speed this up a little bit. Okay, he's running away. Good. So we've driven off the enemy army, 2 enemy armies, and there's just some more units down to the south down there. Okay, so that didn't go too badly, but we're still surrounded by enemies. And we need to start recruiting more people. We'll recruit some more noble axemen there. I'll look, see if I can recruit anyone at Shandong. No, still can't recruit anyone else there. Building wise, I could consider constructing a military building like a boa, something like that. Could be useful. Repair looted farms, yes, that's probably well worth doing. Over here, we're getting negative population growth at the moment. Oh, because we've had some farms looted. I didn't realise there was enemies over here. Okay, so we've got some bandit infantry. Some short-armed militia over here. So that really means we're going to have to recruit some more infantry at Jiameng, which we can't, so that's no use. So all we can really do then is start working on another farm. Shaitong is still building a farm, and the pottery workshop, and hopefully the pottery workshop should now be finished at Pai. No, not quite. After this turn it will be finished. Check the technology, which we're all okay. Let's fly into the next turn. So they've moved their army largely sort of north towards my capital, which I hadn't really expected. I'm also going to have to think about recruiting more people to try and deal with these problems of the enemy barbarians in our territory. Who's better? These probably. Okay, so then hopefully, if I come out of this tab, we can engage the barbarians next turn and drive them off, because they're just causing too much damage for us to deal with. That should start to get positive population growth building up again there. Pi should have finished constructing the pottery workshop by now, which they have, which is good. I don't have enough money to build the ram's earth wall, but I'll probably save up for that because defensive walls are always a good idea. So then really I've got to try and return my main army back to the capital to defend there, even though there's quite a large army building up to the south of Shandong as well. It's a new player who also may be hostile. Okay, we'll deal with the army at Shandong and hope the capital at Pai is capable of holding out in the meantime. Check the technology, we've finished a knowledge tree. Increase authority is always useful given how negative authority currently is. -5 still. Okay, let's go straight into the next turn. So yeah, so battle is gonna, this could be a hard battle this one because they're all fresh units. We might outnumber them, but they're a lot fresher. So you've got just a head-on charge between all the spearmen. Our long pikemen are getting involved straight in. We are getting some defensive arrow fire from the city, which is good. Going to help us. Are they running? Yeah, one of their units is routing, which is good. Fairly heavy casualties. So this is their general, their noble. Will look like the well-armoured unit, so I'd assume that's their noble infantry. Another one of their units is routing there. Some peasant light spearmen. Good job. And the second unit. But then they've still got a strong flank, but they should still be taking arrow fire from the city. A bit of a zoom in on the fighting going on. Our long spearmen don't seem to be doing very well against these. Oh, they're running. They're running away. Our reinforcements are crashing into the flanks now. There they go. They're breaking. One unit to go. We should win this, even though our units are about to flee as well. They're just hanging on. One of these units don't crash into the side of them. Speed it up slightly. Oh no, more enemy units have come back. It's the enemy general's bodyguard. The enemy peasants are running. So our two bodyguards are now fighting each other, of which mine don't appear to be doing quite so well, really. The rest of my army doesn't really appear... Ah, there we go. They've broken. Okay, good. Victory. So that's driven off the enemy army outside of Shandong, which is good. However... Ah, we also attacked the bandits, which we won. And lost not so bad. It's good. Shandong we inflicted much heavier casualties, which is also good. But now I need to march the army as quickly as I can back to the capital at Pai to try and defend there. There's nothing worthwhile building there at the moment. See, our overall income's now down a bit because I've got quite a few units currently out. You know, I've still got armed units down here. I'll chase the bandits back across the river. It would be nice if we could actually just completely destroy them. There's now no garrison at Zhe. But it doesn't really matter. Okay, population growth 5.1. We'll invest in a bit more farming, even though that stops the population growth temporarily. And it's also no population growth here, so let's invest there as well. Check the technology tab. Nothing done. Ceramic roof tiles done next turn though, so let's head into the next turn. So at the moment our problem seems to be that we seem to be spending almost all of our time just trying to bat off these attacks that seem to be continually against our cities. So we're just immediately getting involved in another battle now. And our army really isn't getting much time to recover before we're just clashing straight again with... So we're dying before them, taking heavier casualties. My long spearmen don't seem to be being very effective against their peasants. I think we're taking more losses than they are. Okay, we've routed some of them there, which is good. So we just need the rest of our men to... Okay. One unit of enemy peasants left just to force off the field. There we go. Okay. So while we have driven them off again, casualties are really starting to mount now. Ah, we're going back to war again with the barbarians. Well, we do outnumber them here, so we should be okay. Our noble axemen. The spearmen turn around and start to stab them in the back. Our noble infantry have engaged from behind. Barbarians are looking to rout now. Yeah, they're going. So it's just the light spearmen left. Well, they've got the noble infantry behind them, which should inflict relatively hasty casualties. And all my short spears in front pin them down, and there they go. Good. Greetings, fellow sovereign. Let us inform each other of the locations. Yes, that's fine. What can I... The Zhao. I could do with an ally, really. I don't think I can... I'm in a position to have anyone else to fall out with. So, let's quickly pop to the diplomacy tab. Zhao. What agreements could we have with them? Okay, they don't want a military alliance. Well, screw you guys then. As long as you don't actively burn my farms, I'm fine. Not the last guys. So, it's what we do with our army now. We have got more noble infantry there, so yeah. We'll advance back to the capital. These units are almost certainly going to reform and head back to Shandong, but there's nothing really I can do. I've only got one army, so really I can only just spend my time trying to bat them away from my main cities. Not really a lot else I can do. Technology wise, it's just a case of picking the most appropriate. This culture enables me to move the capital. Well, anything that increases increases authority is currently the most useful thing, since my authority is very low. Still -2 from the leader. That's another. So yes, so we'll chase the bandits back across the river if there's anything left of them. Make sure we can defend our territory, and then we're going to try and bat these guys back off here. One thing we could do to try and counter them is actually just advance on their cities, but it would leave us very exposed in the meantime, so I'm just not sure it's worth the risk. Yes, I know the stacks without orders. Why did that one unit advance on its own? We seem to be splitting our army over multiple fronts here, which is not so good. Oh, this could be a bit of a bad battle. Okay, I completely eliminated that enemy unit. There's none of them left. Oh, one. They ran away. So really, these guys need to charge into the back of these to help here, because our guys are about to rout. Stop reforming and fight. Okay, so we've engaged on along here. Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to go. We might actually lose here. Could do with winning this one. And then ploughing into the back of these guys. Okay, they've broken. Good, 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 good. Now quickly reform and charge into the back of these up here. Come on, you can do it. See it. Oh, they're broken anyway. Okay. Good. So we've driven off basically 2 armies in that action. A little bit more successful than I thought, and not quite the result I intended actually. But still, that has worked well. Okay, so let's move this entire army there, not one unit. Yeah, for some reason the bodyguard moved there on its own. But hey ho, doesn't matter. Oh, our leader died. Does this mean we're going to end up with some absolutely useless bloke? So we're still surrounded again at Shandong. Maybe it's worth investing in the walls at Shandong at rammed earth defences. Oh, it can't be built anyway. That requires a palace. Okay, well let's invest in them at the capital. Could build a grand palace, but that's a massive upkeep cost. So let's construct a rammed earth wall. That's got to improve the defence of our capital, makes it a bit harder to take if anything else. Our other cities seem to be okay. The bandits are back. Try and drive them off next turn because they're burning our farms again. But our new people we traded with haven't burnt anything down, so that's nice and positive. So, check JMeg. Good population growth, but let's build more farms because some of them got burnt. Hopefully the pottery should have been finished here now, which it has, which is good. What's the growth situation? None. And they're not building, so I might as well assign them to build more farms. We lost a farm here to enemy activity, so let's build a new farm at Pi. Check technology. briefly. All good. So let's head into the next turn. So we're back with another battle breaking out. Fast forward it a bit. Yeah, we're rapidly destroying their peasant spearmen who are routing already. There they go. They want us to attack Quinn. Oh god. Might as well have another war, why not? So, okay. I think that went quite well today, guys. We're still struggling quite significantly with just sort of enemy people being absolutely everywhere. They're not really consolidating into one large army like I'd expect, which is what I'm trying to do, so I actually win the battles. But even though I'm winning, I'm really just sort of driving them off temporarily, and then as soon as I move away to deal with another threat, they reform and start to surround my city again. So this is becoming a bit of a problem. But there's nothing directly we can do about it at the moment. I may try to start raising another army from the other cities. Once these bandits have definitely been driven off, I can maybe raise forces from Jitong and Jiameng and move them down and have two armies to try and defend Shandong and Pi. But I'll have to wait for the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, consider giving the video a like, comment with anything you'd like to see, anything you think I could do better. I haven't really built many military buildings, which someone suggested, which is a fair point, but I was a bit worried about the upkeep because I've only get plus 155 gold a turn and plus 50 gold upkeep just for a borough or something like that seemed quite a lot, so I haven't bothered with that. But if you enjoy it, give the channel a subscribe, it really helps. Thanks guys, and I'll see you on the next one.